Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning, students. I am your physics teacher from United Public School, Tandur. So now we will discuss about the lab activity. On that, before we have discussed about the balloon experiment and the comb experiment. On that, we have seen that some of the electrical charges have gaining when they are rubbed with some materials. So we have to do same activity here. So what is the aim here? To find the effects of charged bodies which have been rubbed by different materials. So we have to see that the charged body should be present in the objects or not. So what is the material required here? A pen refill, balloon, comb, eraser, steel spoon, polythene sheet, plain paper and woolen cloth. What is the procedure here? Rub the above objects against materials listed in table 2. In each case, bring the rubbed objects near small pieces of paper and note whether they attract pieces of paper or not. What we have to do? We have to see that these materials, when we are rubbing with a polythene sheet, that they are gaining some energy or not. We have to see with this experiment. See here we have table number 2. What are the objects we are seeing? No, what are the materials we are taking? Refill, inflated, balloon, comb, eraser and steel spoon. And these are the materials. Like we have to rub with the plain paper, polythene sheet and woolen cloth like that. So we have to see that when are rubbing, these are gaining some electrical charges or not. We have to see and experiment and we have to write yes or no. So what do you conclude from the above table? So we have to see that some objects like refill comb etc. when rubbed with specific material, they are able to attract light objects like bits of paper. When we are rubbing refill and comb, they attract the some pieces of paper. But when we are rubbing the steel spoon, they cannot attract the piece of paper. So why do not some materials attract piece of paper even after rubbing? We have to discuss. Let us try to explore this phenomena further. Types of charges and their interactions. We have to see different types of charges and their interactions. What is the meaning of interaction here? Like piece of paper interacting the refill. This is called as interaction. Observe the diagram here. Understanding types of charges. Inflate two balloons and hang them in such a way that they do not touch each other. We have to blow the air in the balloon and we have to hang it so that they cannot be touch each other. See here, we are hanging two balloons and these balloons would not touch each other. Rub both the balloons with a woolen cloth and release them. We have to rub these balloons and we have to release it. So make sure that when we are rubbing with the woolen cloth, we do not have to touch the balloon. And after rubbing, we do not have to touch the balloon. So what do you observe? First we have taken the balloon. Second we are taking here a refill. Take a refill and rub it with a polythene sheet. In the first experiment we have taken a balloon and what we are rubbing with that woolen cloth. In the second experiment we have taken the refill and rubbing with the polythene sheet here. Keep it gently in a plastic tumbler, jar we are taking here. Take another refill and also rub it with the same polythene sheet. So bring the second refill near the first one in the tumbler. What we have to do? We have taken two refills, and we have rubbed with the polythene sheet. So what we have to do? Rubbing with these two refills, we have to take two refills with the help of hand. So what we have seen? Take care that you do not touch either of the rubbed portion of the refill with your hand. So so see here, what is the sentence saying here? We have to rub the two refills and with the help of the polythene, and we have to gently keep it in the tumbler. And after putting into the tumbler, we have to place two refills at the sides. So when they are putting it this, we are jointing it, they can be repelled. They will repel. So like this refills, we have to do the same activity with the balloon. We have to rub the two balloons and put them into the first we have taken two refills, but here we are taking one refill and one balloon. So now take a rubbed balloon near to the rubbed refill in the tumbler and check the action. So we are taking a glass jar or plastic jar and taking one refill and placing the one blowed balloon. So what is the result? We have to check. In the first two parts of the above activity, two objects that were made up of same material have brought near to each other after being rubbed with some appropriate material. So in the first, what we are taking? We are taking two balloons, and the second one we have taken two refills. But here we are taking one refill and one balloon. Two balloons we are taking, that is first. Two refills we are taking, that is second. And here we are taking one refill and one balloon. This is the third experiment. So in the third part, objects made up of different materials were brought near to each other after being rubbed with different materials. So we have to see what we have observed. See here. Let us summarize our observation carefully. We have did the experiment now with balloons and refills. So we have to discuss about the what are the observation we have seen on that experiment. So what is the first point? A balloon rubbed with woolen cloth repelled another balloon of the same type. When we are putting two balloons there, they are repelling, means they are diverting their directions. Second point, a refill rubbed with polythene repel another refill rubbed with similar material. Like when I have rubbed like with this polythene covers, and when I am closing these refills with each other, they are repelling. They are going their sides. They are repelling, means they are separated. So what is the third point? A balloon rubbed with woolen cloth attracted by a refill rubbed with a polythene sheet. So when balloon and refill, they are, when we are closing these two, they are attracting, but when two same objects we are connecting, they are repelled. But where different types of materials we are rubbed and keep it side, they are attracting. Like we know that like two magnets we are taking made up of magnetic material like iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. These are the magnets. They attract the magnets. We also know that unlike poles of magnets like north south and north, like we are taking two refills here, like this is south and this is north. When south and north we are putting, they are attracted, but when I am separating the directions like south and north, they will be repelled. When I am separating the direction like south and north, they are attracted. You know that this is the small experiment like magnets we have done in the childhood times. Like when two magnets come closer same direction, they are repelling. When we are separating the direction, they are attracting. We know that when we are rubbing the materials, they are gaining some electrical charges. So it is a convention to call the charges acquired by a glass rod when it is rubbed with silk cloth positive and the charge acquired by the silk cloth is negative. We are saying here a glass rod is having a positive charge and the acquired silk cloth is negative charge. Cloth is having negative charge and the rod is having positive charge here. It is observed that when a charged glass rod is brought near to a charged plastic straw with a rubbed with polythene sheet, there is an attraction between the two. When we have brought two charges like straw and we are rubbed plastic straw with a polythene sheet. At that time when we are rubbing, they are gaining some charges. That is because of the attraction between the two materials. The electrical charges generated by the rubbing are static. They do not move by themselves. The electrical charges when we are rubbing, that is because of the static. They do not move by themselves. When charges move, they constitute an electric current. when charges move, they constitute an electric current. Like we have studied, like when electricity having one minus charge and one plus charge, they are generating. Like that, when we are rubbing also, they are generating two charges here, like negative charge, and the one is negative charge and another is the positive charge. You studied about the current in a circuit which makes a bulb glow, or the current that makes a wire get heated in class 6th and 7th. The electric current is a circuit represent motion of a charge. What is the electric current? Is a circuit represent motion of a charge. What are the charges here? Positive and the negative charges. No. So with that we have completed our topic. What is our topic is types of charges and their interactions. So your today's homework is inflate two balloons and rub both of them with a cloth first and then with a different materials. Will they attract each other in both cases? What we have to do? We have to rub the first with the help of the cloth, like cotton cloth, silk cloth, etc. And second, we have to see that will they attract each other or not. So fourth question, explain why a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon, whereas an uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon. We have discussed like when two balloons are we are rubbing and we are set into the clothes, they are repelled. But we are taking one straw and one balloon, they are attracting. What is the charges we are getting there? We have to write it. So these two questions are your homework. You have to write and submit into the your group. So here we will stop our lesson. We will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.